So I was AFK for the weekend, but SIG did in fact add one additional new CCU Warbond to the docket, and that is the Hercules C2. This is a $30 savings from the standard edition. Connie Phoenix, the Glaive, Endeavor, Crucible. Whew, there's a lot here, but there's only a couple good choices. The Glaive most likely will go up in price. I have a feeling they're going to increase the price of all alien ships whenever Squadron 42 releases, because they're all getting a rework. I'm using air quotes that you can't see because they said all alien ships will. I know specifically they've called out the Blade and the Glaive and the Scythe. So we'll see what happens, but my guess is the price on those will increase as well. The Connie Phoenix is, well, there it is. It's a touring luxury edition of the Connie. The Endeavor is a concept ship. The Crucible is a concept ship. The Constellation Phoenix Emerald is a pretty rare ship. You have to get it on St. Paddy's Day, I think is the only way. So if you've got it in your chain, yeah, I guess that makes sense, but for most of us it will not. So really this boils down to the Connie Phoenix or the Starfarer. I mean, the Gemini, that's going to probably increase in price too. There's not a perfect choice here, folks. The Gemini, you're still spending $30. That's a tough one. This one's only 20. This is the one that makes the most sense to me. If I had this in my chain, if I was going to a C2 or something beyond a C2, I would pick this one. I think the price of all of the others below it, again, this is a specialty that I wouldn't want to wait on, and I doubt this will ever be on a Warbond CCU sale. Look, it's just a special edition of the Phoenix that comes with a paint included. I believe that it is a very exceedingly rare chance that this particular ship will ever get on a Warbond sale. That's where I'll leave that one. Again, the Gemini could increase in price too, because they are going to redo the entire Starfarer series as well. Look, the Caterpillar's down here, but you're spending $40 to save 30. That's not really what we try and do in the CCU game, right? I mean, there's probably at least another jumping point in between here and there. So yeah, I would definitely choose the Connie Phoenix. I think that's really the only option for the C2. All right. The rest of this stuff, guys, it's not new. The whole C is still there. I'll briefly go through this since I covered it previously. Prowler is the best choice for this. Second best is the 600i. Anything else than that, you're leaving money on the table. Going down the stack here, C2, of course. We've got all the others at Santok. Quickly go over this. For the $20 savings is the Hurricane. Taurus is close behind. The Vulcan is a no-go. All right. Next up, Scorpius Centaures. Again, this is a $20 savings. Connie Taurus is probably, oh, they got the A1 too. A1 could make a good link because it's also got a Warbond right now. So right now, yeah, if you're new to the game, heck yeah, the A1's probably the best because A, you can get it in the same sale. But if you guys have been playing it for a while, maybe you have a Connie Taurus or, I mean, the Heartseeker, maybe. I mean, look, Valentine's Day is coming up. This may be available. It might even be on Warbond as well, or Warbond CCU rather. And you're leaving $5 more on the table, so maybe that works. Again, if you already have this, it's a no-brainer. If you're trying to anticipate what's coming, you could guesstimate the Hornet Heartseeker, but I would go with the A1 Spirit personally because it's, I mean, you can get it. You'll see it here in about 5 seconds. I don't think it's the next one. I think the SRV and, oh no, yeah, A1's next. Right, so this one's actually a really good savings, 200 down to 175. That's a $25 savings for those that are incapable of mathematics. Cartwell is a good one. Again, this one's obviously had a Warbond CCU multiple times in the past that I can recall. And remember, my memory's not that good, so if I remember it, it's probably had it quite a few times. Saber's also a decent choice. Again, you're leaving $5 more on the... Wait, what just happened there? Are they the same price? I'm sorry, my eyes aren't working. I thought this said 175. My bad. So yeah, these are both $5. Again, both are good options, especially if you already have it. Again, it's a no-brainer. Gladiators down the stack, you're leaving another $5 on the table though. So for the Vulture, again, we've got the Prospector and Razor EX. I'm going to correct myself from a previous video. I don't know that the Razor EX has gone on Warbond before. Again, I'm pretty sure I've seen it once, but going to the Prospector, I went and looked in my hangar and I found two. I have, where is it? There's one raft to regular Razor, that's not the EX, just so you know that does exist. But I was also looking through and I found two Ballista to Prospectors for 2 different years. So this was IAE in 2022, and then I have a Ballista to Prospector in July of 2023. I don't remember what happens in July, but there was a sale then and I picked one up. So it's the same thing, it's just year over year, it's different timing. But again, Ballista to Prospector has been at least twice that I can validate. I was looking for the EX and I can't seem to find it. I'm going to go see if I can find it on a different resource just to see if it's available, but I'm not sure that it has been. So, yeah, if you want to go to ratios, I can validate that the Prospector has gone on Warbond CCU sale at least 2 times before. So yeah, I'd pick the Prospector from here on out. Freelancer Max has been as well, but again, you're leaving money on the table. Alright, so for the SRV, you've got a couple choices here. Razor makes the best sense. I already validated that one has existed before, and it could come back again. Maybe you already have it. But then you've got 2 down here, well, 3, 4, 5. We got a bunch of them. The Anvil Ballistas, maybe you have an old Warbond or even a concept CCU price for that. That would be a great choice because you probably bought it cheaper than 140. Same goes for the whole B. If you already purchased like some sort of a concept CCU that may have existed where you had the whole B over on this side and whatever over here, maybe I don't know, I don't remember what its pricing was. Maybe the Raft or a Nova even, maybe a Nova. But anyway, if you got the Ballista way back then, or the whole B when they were concept CCUs, a standard CCU instead of a Warbond CCU, those would be great to use right now for this if you're going through the SRB to something, because you probably would save more than the, what is this, $15, right? Spend 10, save 15. If you already had this and you purchased the CCU at a lower price, that would have been an amazing deal. Again, I can't remember if the Hornet Tracker had one or not. I can remember for sure that the standard Razor has had one. I actually have one in my hangar. I don't know if it's been more than once or just the once, but hey, at least we know it exists. And the Hornet Tracker, I feel like it's been there, but it may have been in the left-hand side instead of having a Warbond to the Hornet Tracker. I just can't remember. So yeah, the Razor is a good choice here. And again, if you've already purchased these way back when they were concepts, any of the Ballista, any of the 3 versions of the Ballista, or the whole B, those would make excellent choices here. Again, down the stack, you're leaving money on the table for something like the Freelancer Deux. Again, unless you already have that in your chain, it wouldn't be a great option. And the same for anything that's 135 or lower in price. Last but not least, we have the C1 Spirit. Any of these making a fine option for it. I feel like the Storm AA will be less likely to hit a Warbond just because it's new and seems to have been pretty popular, especially since it was almost straight to release when you could buy it. It seems less likely, but look, anything can happen. Maybe they'll come out with a green one with a Warbond CCU on St. Paddy's Day. Like, we just don't know for sure, right? It just feels like the Storm AA is less likely to hit a Warbond CCU sale versus something like the Hawk and the M50 as well, that have both been around for a really long time. It seems like they'd have more chances to hit it, plus they'd be more likely. Sorry this one came a little bit late, folks, but like I said in the beginning, I was away from keyboard the whole weekend. So it looks like today is the last day of the scheduled sale, but if anything pops up tomorrow or something, I will definitely let you guys know. Zi-Tek out.